Thank you so much, Citizen. Now, moving on to our next speaker. She's a lady entrepreneur. She's a dynamic and a motivational co-founder of Seol Technologies. She is Sneha Raj. Sneha, thank you so much for accepting this invitation and giving your valuable time on this weekend. I know that you have commitments and compulsions. I think your message will motivate the youngsters. Thank you so much, Sneha. Over to you.
Thank you, Ajit. Thank you for organizing this webinar. And I really appreciate your efforts in coordinating this and making it happen. And all my respect to my fellow speakers on the panel. And Commissioner Aru, I've met him before. We've worked on a couple of projects with the Rajkot Cybercrime Department. And as you all know, Shreyal Technologies is a global technology service provider, and we take pride in helping businesses and organizations across the globe in achieving digital transformation. So, without spending much time on my introduction, Ajit, understanding the significance of today's webinar topic, I would like to get straight to the topic. And if anyone is interested in the professional and entrepreneurial journey, I would definitely love to share with them if they connect online. So, as we all know, coronavirus has created an unprecedented crisis for us. And the specialty of this virus is it is highly contagious from human to human. And the community spread can happen in no time. And unfortunately, there is no medical cure or a vaccine at this time. So the only two weapons that we have right now is self-hygiene and social distancing. Now, to mitigate the large and wide spread of this virus in a very short time, the countries, including India, had to declare nation lockdown. Now, since the lockdown has been declared, there has been one question on everyone's mind. When is this lockdown going to be lifted? Or let's put it the other way, when are we going back to normal? Now, I would like to stress on one point here. There is no going back to normal unless the virus is eliminated from the entire world or majority of our population is vaccinated. But there will be a new normal. Now, what is this new normal? New normal is performing our essential and economic activities while we still continue to mitigate the spread of this virus. Now, you can ask me one question. Who is responsible for designing, for planning, and preparing for this new normal? So I would say it's the responsibility of every single individual, every single organization, be it private or public, and every business to design, plan, prepare, and adapt to the new normal. Now, how can we achieve this new normal? This new normal can be achieved only if we prioritize hygiene, health, and safety. As individuals, we have to prioritize our health, our hygiene, and our safety, including the safety and hygiene and health of others. And it is the responsibility of every organization and every business to prioritize the safety, health, and hygiene of their customers and staff and other stakeholders involved. Now, like CP Garu was mentioning, that we have entered the lockdown 3.0. So this is the time for us to actually plan forward. That means every business and organization, now is the time to design, plan, and prepare how to continue their activities. Not continue, for the ones who have shut down their activities, it is the time for them to plan how to resume their activities without contributing to the spread of virus. They have to start questioning instead of waiting for the lockdown to end or for things to going back to normal, which is not going to happen. They have to start asking questions and preparing for how can we keep our workplace sanitized? How are we going to maintain social distancing for our customers and staff? Can we change any business or operation process by leveraging technology? Can we provide any flexible work options? So there are companies that we work with which are from diverse industries in the world, and we are helping them in preparing for this new normal. there is a manufacturing company, air conditioned manufacturing company in India, which has released a video explaining how it has put down some mandatory guidelines and safety precautions for its servicemen who actually go to a customer site to repair the air conditioners, and also for their technicians who are working at their workplace. And there is a company in the hotel industry. Right now, we all know most of the hotels, almost all the hotels are shut down. But this is not the time that they're worried about or waiting for, when the lockdown is lifted, let's just start off the hotels. No, this is the time we are spending on planning. They are going beyond and above their standard protocols of hygiene and cleanliness, and they're preparing to welcome their guests once people are ready to travel. So these guidelines should be laid down by every organization internally, not just by government alone, because this is a crisis that can be handled with we all in it together. It can't be just handled by a single individual or a set of people or a single organization or government alone. We have to be in it together. And like Dr. Vakla Barnam was mentioning, Dr. Vakla Barnam Garu was mentioning, that green zones and orange zones. I am totally with you on this, Dr. Garu, because this green and orange zone do not by any chance mean that we have developed immunity against the virus or we have completely eliminated the virus. It only means that at this point of time, we are safe to resume certain activities as long as we continue to practice self-hygiene and social distancing. So my request to every individual is do your part. Act with the sense of responsibility. Maintain self-hygiene and social distancing wherever you are. And when it comes to self-hygiene, I think we all understand that what it includes. Wearing the mask regardless of your mode of transport, and the way you sneeze and the way we wash our hands has also changed now. And these things are not new actually. If you go back to Indian culture, these have been our rituals then, and the rituals have been passed on to the generations but without explaining the meaning and significance of these. That's why they remained as rituals. Instead, now it's time for us to adopt those as best practices, not as rituals, because as best practices we know the purpose and we know the significance of those things. And also my message to the organizations would be, it's your responsibility. There is no way that you could afford to do a mistake in this, because we all will be dumped if anybody does a mistake. It's not one person's job. Do spend time and consult experts. Take help of public health organizations to design and prepare for the new normal, because it's essential for us to have the economic activities in place, like CPR was mentioning. It's vital for keeping the system running. So in that case, we have to spend time on planning. We can't just overnight, declare some particular zone as green and open the shops. They need to be guidelines for it. And there are a lot of examples which I can give you right now if I have to, how the shops are reopening, how the business are reopening without any particular guidelines or anything, just because they are allowed to. Because lockdown is not a punishment which is imposed by the government. It's a safety measure that was the only safety measure that we could afford to have to mitigate the spread. So if if CPRO is on the line, then I would like to pose a question. Ajit, is he on the line?
I think, yes, he's on there.
Okay. So, Mahesh Garu, I have one question.
Yes.
First of all, I heartfully appreciate the efforts that you have done personally and also the organization is doing. And unlike the other organizations which had to shut down their activities, police department is one organization which had to put yourself in the front line and then fight it. So, but at the same time, even policemen are human beings and they are also vulnerable to the virus. So, as an organization, I know that you have put citizens first in all your activities so far. But what are the precautions, safety precautions that the organization has put in place to ensure the safety of your staff? And what is it going to be as we move forward?
Nice question, uh, uh, Sneha.
Yeah.
See, from the beginning, we inquired with Wuhan and other China counterpart what are the problems that first responders are facing and what kind of precautions one should take. So here we started first with the homeopathic immunity. Some pills were given to all the police force. Subsequently, we had a medical checkup of our frontline responder who are on vulnerable posts. Like we have check posts. They are coming across thousands of people every day. We do not know who is having this issue of corona and who is not asymptomatic. They like so for that purpose, we have done the medical screening of all our people at the check post first and then in the police station. Then depending on that, then we have given them the vitamin C and zinc a tablet based on medical advice. Ayush department, Government of India has prescribed one immunity boosting Chyawanprash. So that is also we have now supplied to each and every policeman working with us now in the department. Similarly, we have a health DSR, that is a daily situation report of health. Last 24 hours in our commissariat, we have 4,500 people working with us. So we get that in the morning first hour. That last 24 hour, anyone is having fever, cough, cold, anything. So all these things will be immediately known to our organization head first. So immediately, doctor will be reaching to them, screening them. We had recently we had one case in one of our police station that the young police constable officer tested positive. So immediately his all the contact with him, they were screened, they were tested. Around 22 people were tested in that particular police station, it's including his supervisory officer, and they are home quarantine right now. So that's the only case. Similarly, there was other case from Hyderabad city where that personnel who was of city police but were staying in our area. So his house was immediately quarantined. His family member were screened. Other neighboring persons were also screened. So that kind of precautions we have to take while on duty. Now you might have seen me in the mask today, but now it is a habit for me now. When I start my day, every day I start with mask, and then when I go home, my first drill is at my home. We call them ACP, anti-corona police. My family member, they are like ACP now. They will immediately coming with a sanitizer in the hand. They will bring sanitizer. First, my hands are washed. Then my mobile phone. Then the wristwatch. Then my belt, purse, everything will be sanitized first. Straight away, I have to go for taking a bath with hot water and Dettol, and then there will be entry for me in the house. This is a drill now. Every day I'm following for last almost more than 1.5 months. This has become now routine for me. Whoever is coming to my office here in Neradmad, we have a safety tunnel. They have to go through that. Then we have thermal scanning. After that, 2 times we are putting sanitizer on their hands, and then they are coming to me. This is a procedure. This has now become a part of our job. Social distancing also maintained. Even our staff who is coming to office, we have engaged RTC buses for them, maintaining social distance. So every step we have to take our own precautions. While fighting as a first responder, we are more vulnerable. And we have examples in Madhya Pradesh. There are many IPS officers who got affected. In Mumbai now, one of my batchmates, she's IS officer. She got affected other day. Her husband is also IPS officer. So we know that we are vulnerable, and we have to face this. And it is work-life balance. Yes, we have to do work-life balance, but as you said correctly, citizen first. That is always for us. Thank you.
Absolutely. I think Rajapura Police Commissionerate and CPR is a perfect example of how they have accepted the new normal and how they are adapting to the new normal. And that is what every organization and every individual must be doing at this point of time. Ajay.
Hey, thanks, Neha, for your insights and your experience. Thank you so much for your thoughts as well. Yes, we should imbibe the hygiene, safety precautions, in every sector, organizations, schools, colleges. That's a very key goal. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, sir. Now,